Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm gonna tell you about my top 5 fragrance advent calendars. Please consider subscribing to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. I was preparing for this video. I did search high and low for the advent calendars. I did look through a lot of them, and those my top 5. And just a little quick disclaimer here: if those calendars are not your top 5, doesn't mean that I'm right and you're wrong. It just means that we have different tastes. But I have tried, I have seen, I have read a lot. So top 5 are here. My first one, it is my favorite. Unfortunately I couldn't get my hands on it because it was sold out all the time. I tried. I was stalking this advent calendar, but I couldn't get hold of it. I do think it's the best this year. This is kind of multi-brand calendar. All the other one will be a mono-brand, but this multi-brand, it has an amazing value. Just one fragrance is covering up all the money you'd spend for the calendar. So I'm talking about the Harrods at 12 days of fragrance calendar. It retails for 200 euros. All the prices will be in euros. I'm just gonna read out the contents of this calendar. All the other calendars, I'm not gonna read out all the contents. I'm just gonna, in brief, discuss the contents for you. So they do have here Byredo Gypsy Water 8 ml, teeny tiny size. Eccentric Molecule 04 30 ml. Parfum de Marly de Lina 30 ml full size. Arabian Storm Tonka by Montal, it's 20 ml. It's not a full size, it's mini size, but you can get them in set on the website. I do believe they sell them in set of 3. At least that's how I bought them. Like years back, probably 5 years back, I got my set, and it was composed of 3, and you could pick and choose whatever you want. Tiziana Terenzi Kuma 50 ml, Ormond Jane Montabaco Verano 30 ml, Roja Elysium O Intense 10 ml, Tamen Carved Oud 10 ml, Bulgari Spettacolare and Bacciami 2 per 10 ml, Xerjov Starlight 15 ml, Les Eaux Primordiales Super Rose 30 ml, and 2 little teeny tiny fragrances, 11 milliliters of Maison France Courtisan, and we have Gentle Fruity Silver and Gold. I do think that this is an amazing calendar, amazing value. It retails for 200, but you just buying one fragrance of Tiziana Terenzi, you're gonna cover up all the cost of the calendar. So this is my number one, and I really hope that it will come back in stock. And if it does, and if I am able to get it, I'm gonna get it. So all the other calendars are gonna be mono brand, and these brands, I do love them. I do love these brands, and I do own quite a bit of these brands, and I know very well the line of these brands. So I have tested the shower gels, or the hand creams. I mean, I have a good idea of what these brands are, and I do still think that, well, these calendars might not be necessarily the best value for money, but they give you 360, you can thoroughly test the items, because they give you the wide range from the hand cream to the perfume, so you kind of understand what this brand is really about. So if you have no idea what this brand is about, these calendars are amazing choice. So my number 2 is the calendar by Penhaligon's, and I do love this brand. I do love it, and I have tested a lot, and not just the fragrances, but also the lip balms, and also well, the fragrances of various kind of lines. They have two lines, and also the hand cream. So I do have a good understanding of this brand. So their advent calendar retails for 450 euros. And I repeat, it might not be necessarily the best value for money, but it gives you a beautiful understanding of what this brand is about. In fact, they do give you 30 ml of eau de parfum, so it's a full size of their bestseller Halfity fragrance. They do have other fragrances, and those are 10 ml fragrances, among others the favorite, again Halfity, the Tragedy of Lord George, the Coveted Duchess Rose. So they have this mixture of their more expensive line. The first fragrance that is just next to the elephant is their more expensive line, the portrait line, and those fragrances alone cost around what, 240 for 75 ml. They also have Babylon, Luna, and Empresa, and those are in 10 mils. And then 6 fragrances for 5 mils, and they have Kerkus, Endymion, Juniper Slink, Elizabethan Rose, again Halfity, but the leather edition, and Blindheim Bouquet. I do love this fragrance. The second part of the fragrances are more like unisex, well, except for Luna and Elizabethan Rose, but they are more like unisex or manly fragrances, but I do love them. And also they give you for this calendar 3 candles, 35-gram candles, not a big candle, but still. The soaps and hand creams, 4 hand creams, and also the festive personalization charm. Well, I'm not really for getting these gimmicks in the calendar. I mean, I'm paying a hefty price for the calendar, so please give me some mini size if you don't want to give me a full size, but just not the gimmick. Anyway, they just have one in the calendar. I do still think it's a good calendar, and also I do love how they make the artwork and the shape of the calendar. I do honestly think that's a good one. My number 3 is the Artisan Perfumer, and this is the French brand. I absolutely love this brand, and this is the brand that sort of opened the doors into the niche world for me, because it was my first niche brand that I acquired, and back then in Finland it was not possible to get it whatsoever. It was like niche fragrances were not sold in Finland, so I had to order them online, and I did order something when they had their annual sale, so, and I was super happy. And so I do have this soft spot for this particular brand. So they do have a beautiful advent calendar, and it's nicely made, 425 euros, and they give you 50 ml of one of their best-selling fragrances, Passage d'Enfer. And they also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fragrances, 10 ml fragrances, and they do have this beautiful mixture of their main line and also of their line that costs a little bit more. This a little bit more line, they do have the Tenebrae. This is a beautiful fragrance. And also they do have their bestsellers such as the fig fragrance, Premier Figue. It's beautiful. I love this one. I love, and I do have it. They have Food Absinthe, which is absolutely their bestseller. It's more masculine, but I mean, it's, well, it's unisex really. So they do have a very good variety of fragrances. They do give you as well some of the other products, such as the shower gel and the body cream, well, 30 ml and 30 ml, not much, but you can kind of understand what are you dealing with, right? And also they give you the hand creams and obviously the ceramic ornament. I mean, people stop with the ceramic ornaments, we don't need them. In fact, you're not able to see that, but it's sort of to level up my stand where I kind of where I have my camera on. I have the ceramic ornament by Acqua di Parma that is like leveling up my tripod. Yeah, this is how I use my ceramic ornament. Otherwise, I did spray a couple of times, but I mean, I just don't use it. So I do think it's a very good advent calendar. They have this very nice variety, very nice mixture of fragrances, a lot of fragrance here. Fable d'Orient, Air de Bretagne, they do have Histoire d'Orange, which is an absolutely beautiful fragrance, and of course they have Mûr and Musc fragrances. So yeah, they didn't put here the fragrances that are not selling. Those are the best selling items here. So, and for this, well, I do think that this is a beautiful calendar. My calendar number 4, and this is kind of a toss-up between the two brands. I mean, these two brands are by no means the same. They're two distinctive brands, but for some reason, I don't know why, some people, when they decide which advent calendar to choose, they often kind of think between those two brands, Diptyque and Jo Malone. This year, particularly, I do think that the Jo Malone fragrance advent calendar is better. It's just that Diptyque one is more like candle or oriented. It has a lot of candle. I have nothing against candles. I do love candles, but the fragrance calendar, I want more fragrance than candles. So in fact, number 4 is my choice is the Jo Malone advent calendar. They do give you a very beautiful 30 ml, well, not a lot, but 30 ml full size fragrance, a nectarine blossom and honey at the end, and 25th slot. They usually had their English parent Frisia as the final item. This time they decided to switch it up a bit, which is good, especially for those people who were buying these calendars every single year. And they do have a lot of fragrances here. Well, they do have them in 9 ml bottles. I do have what, 5 or 6 of this 9 ml bottle, and those are amazing. I do love them. So they have the nectarine blossom and honey in 9 ml, and they also give you in 30 ml the same. They have scarlet poppy, orange bitters. The orange bitters cologne is the cologne that they go out with for the Christmas holidays. You're not able to get it in any other time. So and it's a good fragrance. Actually, I have tried it, and I was actually considering buying it, but it's too festive for me. They do have cypress and grape wine, which is a good one as well. Vetiver rose and velvet rose and oud, wild bluebell, and they do also give you some body and hand lotion, 50 ml. They give you body and hand wash, 50 ml, which is a generous size. It's a bit better than 30 ml of artisan. They do give you as well the body mist of 30 ml. Well, the body mist and the hair mist that they have, I'm not particularly a fan of them. I mean, their fragrances do not last that much on me. Their body fragrances and their hair fragrances even less than that. But I do think that they're nice items nonetheless. So also they have some hand creams and some body scrubs. I do think it's a good calendar. It's consistently, it's like every single year they do give you a very nice variety of items, so you're able to understand what this brand is about. They give you the fragrances, a lot of fragrances. They give you a lot of hand creams, body stuff, so candles, so you can really understand what this brand is about, and I love it for that. So my number five is the Acqua di Parma advent calendar, and this is my number five for one reason, and the reason for that is that unfortunately, I have compared the two advent calendars, the last one and this year's calendar. Well, they are shaped in the same way, this like round hat box, but the contents of the calendar is are exactly the same. I mean, it seems like they just ordered another artwork on the box and they just stick the same products. Having said that, the products are fine. The products are beautiful inside. I'm gonna just read out some of them. They didn't put here the cheapest items or the items they're not able to sell. They have the signatures line, a lot of fragrances from the signature line. The signature line is in this black bottles, and this is their most expensive line. And they have the signatures oud, quercia, sandal, osmanthus, yuzu, lily of the valley. I have tried all of these fragrances because I had the sets of these fragrances. I have bought them on their website. Absolutely beautiful fragrances, and they do retail for a hefty price. And they have 12 milliliters each bottle, so it's kind of a good size. They have their best-selling eau de toilette in the blue bottles, so they have Arancia di Capri, Fico di Amalfi, Mirto di Panarea. So they do give you beautiful fragrances. And then they give you some shower gel and body lotion and shampoo and hair conditioner, 40 ml, which is good. This is some kind of okay size. You're gonna be able to use it maybe even 3-4 times, and to understand whether you like the product or not. They have 50 ml soap. The 50 ml soap is good because I used to have, well, I do still have one of them. 50 ml soaps, they are kind of round soap, very beautiful soap. It doesn't dry out your hands that much. And so they do also give you two candles, 28-gram candle and 70-gram candle, as well as some other shower gels and soaps of the other lines. So I do think that this is a good calendar. It's a beautiful calendar, beautifully done, because I haven't seen this year's calendar yet in the store, but I've seen the last year's calendar in the store. Beautifully done, very nicely done, and I do feel that the variety is nice. I do repeat that this is not a calendar, well, this and all other except for the first one, these are not necessarily the calendars that give you the best value for money, but they do give you a nice understanding on what this brand is about. And if you have no idea about the brand, or you have a friend, a dear friend, that has no idea about the brand and they want to get in the brand, this is the absolute ultimate gift to give. So I just want to mention two other advent calendars that are not technically advent calendars, because the advent calendars are the calendars that start from the 1st of December. Well, not the first calendar isn't advent calendar as well, because it has 12 days. So the advent calendar is the calendar that starts on the 1st of December and ends with the Christmas day. Sometimes some brands cheat and they give you 24 items instead of 25, because the 25th day of December is the Christmas day. So technically they're supposed to give you 25 items, 25th being the best and the greatest. So, but there are two brands that they gave us sort of after Christmas, before New Year's Eve calendar, and I'm talking about Maison France Courtisan and Juliet Has a Gun. Well, the Juliet Has a Gun, they have this advent calendar that is completely centered around not a perfume scent. Is one of their best-selling items, and they do have a little fragrance. They do have beautiful full-size items. They do have the body cream and the candle and a nice variety. This calendar retails for 145 euros, and the overall value of the calendar is over 200, which is nice if you're a fan of this particular line. And also we have the Maison France Courtisan calendar, which retails for 950 euros, and it's more like around not one brand, not one scent, but some different scents. They do have a good size of Baccarat Rouge. I think it's 70 ml of Baccarat Rouge, and they give you the scented shimmering oil of Baccarat Rouge, the full size, which is in a beautiful, most amazing bottle. They do give you some other fragrances and precious elixirs and a candle. So it's a good idea to give it to the person you absolutely adore, because the calendar is very expensive. But if you have a diehard fan in a family, then it's a good one. This calendar, out of all the calendars that I've told you, probably is the least well positioned in the ratio, like value for money ratio, but you do have a beautiful packaging, a beautiful advent calendar idea. So yeah, it's I mean, sometimes people mistake for, like, they make a mistake searching for value in some advent calendars, and in some advent calendars you do find the value, but in some other it's not necessarily about the value, but it's about getting to know the brand. So this Maison France Courtisan is about getting to know the brand, not necessarily about the value. So yeah, this is all I wanted to tell you today. I do think that these are beautiful calendars, and please tell me, what do you think about these calendars? Did you get any of those calendars? And I personally, I have never bought a strictly fragrance calendar. I mean, I did buy the mixed ones, like Armani or Lancome. I did get those ones, but not strictly fragrance. I would really love to get one of those. So yeah, let me know what do you think about these calendars, and I'll see you next Sunday. Thank you for watching my video. Bye.